Howdy guys, today me and Gabby are going to be talking about our enrollment process with the Next Generation Zone. So how did you find out about the Next Generation Zone?
I found out by my mom's friend's son who was really successful in his experience and he has an amazing career now. What about you?
Well, since I was actually new to Spokane, I went to WorkSource first to, do job searching. And then they actually said, hey, you should go check out Next Gen Zone. And I was like, might as well, it's like right there. All
And
right.
what did you feel when you came in?
I mean, when I came in, I thought it was kind of like the same as WorkSource, but then I met Jenny first at the front desk, and she got me introduced to Mike, who would soon to be my career specialist. What about you?
Well, when I came in, I was a little scared at first, even, being 23 years old, I was still kind of scared. And then when I saw Jenny, she welcomed me and she had me then fill out, the little WorkSource account, and then I got to meet Kathy. So
Speaking of WorkSource account, I actually made mine at WorkSource first. Like you usually make it when you like go into Next Gen Zone, but since I went to WorkSource first, I made my account over there.
let's see, what was our first, or your first, I mean, experience with Mike?
My first experience, well, I mean, I, I, Mike just actually was happening to walk by, and he's like, "Oh, come into my, you know how Mike is. He's like, come into my office, like we'll get you set up." And I told him I was just checking out the Next Gen Zone, like I wasn't like there to sign up for anything. But he explained the whole process to me, about what the Next Gen Zone was all about, and how they can help. And I walked in there being kind of nervous and not sure, and I left, and I left the place saying, "This place is honestly awesome."
Well, when I met Kathy, it was actually more of like a professional like feel to it at first because she came up, shook my hand, and then she's like, "Let's get started. Come back to my office." And that's what kind of made me think like, "Oh no, this is just going to be another one of those job help places." But then that's when we first sat down. She asked me what my feelings were about what I want for work. And that actually kind of surprised me because I had never had that asked me like that way before. And so and then I was able to just start talking to her instead of it being kind of like, bullet points, just kind of like, oh yeah, here's this. Oh yeah, here's this. And then just like her typing it. No, it was an actual conversation and her wanting to know what I wanted. And and then that's when she had me fill out the actual application to see my qualifications for being at Next Generation Zone. And that's where it got kind of exciting because then I was able to be a part of it and then get started on my career. I don't know about you. How'd that go?
Actually, it all happened in the same day, going to WorkSource and Next Gen Zone. And since I was just checking the place out, I was like, I really don't know if I want to like sign paperwork and stuff yet. So he gave me his card, and I went back and did enrollment that day and fill out all the paperwork, like giving the ID. And he said I qualified for the services there. And so I was like, sweeto, got all signed up in the week later after I checked it out.
My experience was, at first I was always about retail, and that's because that's what all of my jobs was working at, kind of at retail places with like clothes or makeup and stuff. But then what happened is Kathy got to where she's like, what is something that you actually want to do with your life, like what's something that you have a passion for, like not something that's more of a like how to get money, like getting paid and having a job and stuff. And that's where she actually made me think, because like I know that I always wanted to do like art and stuff, but there was kind of that feeling in me that she brought out that was, oh, but what about these other things that I can be capable of? Because I had no idea. I had no idea that I was capable of things that weren't part of like art or retail. And so that's when I got signed up for the phlebotomy school. But then what happened was I got this opportunity for the internship, and that completely changed. I then went all I'm all forward with being more of a marketer and social media because I am loving with what we're doing now, as you know. And so I liked that transition into now an actual career that I'm gonna really love. Because phlebotomy would have been cool, and I think I would have been good at it, but I know now this is what I want to do, and it's actually making me happy. So
You think you ever would have found out about like your marketing interest without the Next Gen Zone?
I don't think so. No, like I've known that I really would have like liked it and wanted to do it, but not have like where I thought that I would actually have a passion for it. I don't like, what about you? Like, what are things that you think maybe that you're passionate about?
Well, I thought I was passionate. I mean, I'm still pretty am, but I thought I wanted to go into college for graphic design,
Mm-hmm.
and after some time working in this internship, it kind of taught me about like even messing around with Canva and stuff. I'm like, maybe this isn't the what I enjoy the most. Like maybe there's something more fulfilling out there for me. And so the Next Gen Zone helped me in that aspect, because if I just threw my whole life into college and going into graphic design, I'm like, maybe this isn't for me, then I would be unhappy with myself. But working with Next Gen Zone, it taught me before that maybe there's something else out there for me.
Yeah, that's what I love about Next Generation Zone is that you get that experience, just little snippets of things that so kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, what you're saying, like just going to school for graphic design, you didn't know if like you would actually like it. But now that you're kind of doing that kind of like a job for Next Generation, so you can see if you like it or not. I had that same feeling too when I started the internship as well.
Oh, and how did your CASAS testing go?
My CASAS testing went good. It was a little long, so that was kind of, became boring, kind of like a test at high school. You're just like, oh, wait. But it was really good because I got to see my strengths and my weaknesses in math and reading. So I learned that I'm actually really good at math and not so good at the reading portion, but, that's okay. So it was really good. The only thing is that it took a little bit longer, but it all turned out good. What about you?
Well, for me, it was the time to take it. It was about a little over an hour. It was just reading and math. It was pretty simple, easy questions. There were some hard ones though, but yeah, it was overall good. Like seeing where my math and reading skills were. Everyone has to take the CASAS testing when you get enrolled with the Next Gen Zone. But actually, as of right now, you don't have to for you newcomers, because you can't do the testing online. And speaking of all that, like I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but the Next Gen Zone is still offering a lot of their services. If you're new to the Next Generation Zone, you can always just go to the website and contact a career specialist. And so even during this whole COVID-19 pandemic, you can always still be, building a career, and us at the Next Gen Zone are always here to help.
Well, Christian, this was really awesome. Thank you for sharing your experience with me. I liked listening to it and knowing that you're really doing good.
No problem. It's good to stay in touch with your good friends even during this whole pandemic thing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching our video, and hopefully you'll watch the next one. Bye bye.